Hi guys, welcome back to Zona Zuma, zonanya si Zumarowski. And today we are with
Brandi. My name is Brandi. I'm currently a Korean government scholarship recipient. My language here in Sichuan, and I'm from the Bahamas.
Nice. So, KGSP is now currently known as the Global Career Scholarship Program.
Yes, Global Career Scholarship Program.
Okay, nice. And what is actually your plan after the language study?
So after my language year, I plan to go to Seoul. I was accepted into the Yonsei University. I'll be studying global MBA there.
Nice.
So for 1.5 years.
Nice. I was asking Brandi about the final future plan because in the Global Career Scholarship application we were asked to write about personal statement and statement of purpose.
Yeah.
That's why today's video is about personal statement and statement of purpose.
Yeah.
I have already several questions for you, so perhaps you can answer it and make more clear explanation to the audience.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Okay.
can do that.
Ready? You're ready. Nice. So the first one. What are personal statement and statement of purpose for Global Career Scholarship Graduate Program?
Okay, so basically these are really important essays that you have to complete 2 essays in order for the people reviewing your application to get a better idea of who you are, what are your passions, your interests, and why you're a perfect fit for this program. So there are 2 parts, the statement of purpose and the personal statement. So
it is more or less like motivation letter, we can say.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
You could say that because in the personal statement, you really have to talk about your motivations for why you're applying, any job experience that you have that relate to your program, and also you have to talk about just why you're a good fit for Korea and why you want to study in Korea in particular. So that's what the personal statement is all about, and then the statement of purpose is really, the goal of your study, why your study plan, what's your plan for each year, including the language year, and also you have to talk about your plan after you graduate from your master's degree or PhD. Whichever program you chose.
Okay, so we're gonna be going into detail for that.
Into detail about that.
Yeah, specifically for each part of it. So, but before that, I would like to ask you: is there any rule to be aware of before writing and before submitting application?
I think the main things that rules that you would have to follow in, they give you a limit on the amount that you can write. So for the personal statement, you can write no more than 1 page, and for the statement of purpose, you can write no more than 2 pages. It also has a certain font, 10-point font, Times New Roman, and it has to be in Korean or English. Other than that, you're free to write your essays how you want to write. Those are the only restrictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, specifically, we are going to first personal statement.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
I think so.
Nice. All right. So, what is a high qualified personal statement according to your point of view?
Okay. So, in my opinion, I think a really good personal statement is one that's unique to you. It's not just a generic one that you read on the internet. It has to be, it has to be about you. It has to be honest. It also has to be focused. You cannot ramble on about things that don't really relate to KGSP and the program and your program. You kind of want to talk about your experiences that relate to whatever degree you're choosing. You want to talk about any experience you have, maybe with the Korean language or anything that could, show you why you're the perfect fit. So I think a good one is just one that's unique and honest and focused.
Okay.
Really.
So unique, honest, and focused.
Yes.
Nice. And the next one, in your personal statement for GKS, can you tell 1 or 2 particular things that you think makes your personal statement stand out? Stood out.
Yeah, so I really, in my personal statement, I focused on 2 main things because I'm from the Bahamas, and I kind of talked about how from high school, I knew that I wanted to study abroad for both my bachelor's degree and my master's. So I worked really hard to get scholarships to study in the US for my bachelor's, and then when I was studying for my bachelor's, I also studied abroad to another country during that time. And so I think I tried to feed that in to say, I have experience living in different countries and experiencing different cultures, and I think that's what they're looking for. They're looking for people
that can easily adapt.
Exactly. They don't want you to come and then be like, okay, I can't deal, so you have to leave. So I think that was something that helped me to stand out, and also I really focused on my work experience because it relates so much to the major that I chose. I worked in business for almost 4 years before I applied. So I think, focusing on the experience that I had in my career before really helped me. So I think that's something that, you could do if you're writing your essay.
Oh, nice. And then, what are the most important things to be put in personal statements? I think you mentioned
I talked about it,
just
any experience you have relating to Korea, maybe if you studied the language before, maybe if you did a study abroad in Korea, if you have Korean friends, if you joined in the Korean clubs, anything that could show that you have, if you have experience. You don't have to have experience, but if you do, it helps. And then any of your experiences, work experience, any projects that you did that relate to your program, the degree that you're applying for. I think anything, just to help you stand out and show why you're a good fit is what you should be putting in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there any do's and don'ts while writing personal statement for GKS? For example, like you don't write that you wanted to find a boyfriend or girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Don't write that you're coming to Korea for K-pop. Don't write that you're coming to Korea to find a boyfriend, or that you want to be professional. So that's a big do. Be professional. Also, I don't know, like I said before, don't ramble about things that are not related to your degree or career. And also make sure that it's in English or Korean. You want to make sure of that. And
following the rules that
just following the rules, and then just being honest, and you could talk about your life story and why it's brought you here, and anything that just makes you stand out.
That's for the personal statement.
Personal statement. Statement of purpose.
Now we are going to statement of purpose.
Statement of purpose.
Nice. But before that, personal statement and statement of purpose is only for graduate program, because undergraduate they will ask you another requirement.
I'm not familiar with that.
So this is only for graduate program, okay? So about the statement of purpose, how many sections are there in the statement of purpose for GKS?
There are two sections. The first section focuses really on your goal of study and your study plan. And then the second section is going to focus on what you plan to do after you leave South Korea. Or after you finish, you don't have to leave. After you graduate from your master's or PhD program, what do you plan to do?
Maybe you wanted to work here.
You could definitely say that you want to work in Korea and just say, whatever it is that you want to do. I think it's really important to just show that you have a plan. You don't want to seem like you're just coming to with no plan. You're just applying.
You say, I'm coming to Korea.
You have to have a plan.
Okay. For the study plan, we talked about that. Is there any specific way to write them, or rather depends on the preference?
I think it depends on the person. Like there's no set in stone way that you should do it. It just depends. Some people I know do like bullet point sections. And then some people do it in essays. Like for me, I separated by year. So I did year 1, which is the language year, then I did year 2 and year 3, and I kind of explained like what I plan to do in each year. And depending for people like who majored in science, like I think you guys know specifically like with your labs but for business majors it's a little bit different. So it's definitely dependent entirely on the person's preference.
Okay, so that's all about the statement of purpose and how you write it depends on your preference. Okay. The next one, on your study plan you have submitted, how did you design the detail for all the universities and courses you were applying for? Just to mention that Brandi is from Embassy's track.
Yes.
which you had a chance to choose 3 universities, right?
Yes.
But for me, I did apply for university track, then I just mentioned only one. So for one page, it's enough for me, more than enough.
Yeah.
But for you to mention 3 universities and 3 majors,
Yes.
how did you?
So for me, like you said, it was actually really difficult because it's very hard because every school's program is different. I applied to 3 schools and each of them had, similar courses, but also different courses and different timings for those courses. So I tried not to be too specific because I did not want to seem like I was just focusing on one school's program.
Yeah.
But I did talk about the courses that I wanted to take in each year.
Okay.
So I talked a little bit about which courses I would want to take in each year. I also spoke on wanting to intern. And I actually gave names of places that I would like to intern. I thought it was.
So you were specific.
I was specific.
Yeah.
I was more specific on like that than I was on the courses.
Okay.
Because I did not want to be too specific because I had 3 universities.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
To make sure like they know, oh, this one is not only applying for this.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, nice. And then in future plan, how did you state your plan after completion the language course?
So I actually gave a 5-year plan.
Okay. With the year like bullet point or?
Not bullet points because I was kind of a little bit more general than that, but I also gave like my goals for each like year or 2. After I graduated, I said where I wanted to apply, and then I said if I got into XYZ, I would do so and so, and then if I got into this place, I would do so and so, and I talked about like specifically what career I wanted to pursue because business is a very wide array of things that you can do, and I wanted to be specific and tell them like I want to work in this area, and so these are my goals, and in 5 years I would like to be here. And so I was kind of specific about that, but I think it depends like on the person, on your goals, however you would like to lay it out. Just try to show that you do have a plan and a goal, and you're not just applying for applying's sake.
Yeah, and then how do you distinguish between visionary statement and unrealistic imagination? So you say that some people may be rambling, like for example, they said, oh, I'm gonna have this like 1,000 vocabularies per day during the language course, which is unrealistic according to me. So how do you distinguish that?
I don't think there's a set answer on how you distinguish because I think each person knows themselves. But maybe it'll be a good idea to ask your peers and to have a second opinion. Like, do you think this is realistic? Is it? No, it's not. You don't want to say like, hey, I know that I'll be fluent. I have no Korean knowledge and I'm going to be fluent in 6 months. Then the readers that are reading your essay are going to say this person is just not making any sense, so they're not going to take you seriously. So you definitely want to make sure that you're being realistic, and so maybe ask your peers, research. It's really, really, really important to research. Research how long it takes to become fluent. Research how much words you need to learn each day realistically. Research how much hours you need to put in each day. And I think if you say that in your essay, they'll see that you've done your research, you've put in your time, and that you're serious about what you're doing. So I think research is really important rather than just looking on the internet, asking people who have experienced this.
That's true.
Asking people on the internet who have experienced it. I think that's a good idea. It's really important.
I just say nice. Okay, so in this statement of purpose, can you say 2 most important things to do? I just like back and forth again. But just to make sure the audience knows what is actually the point, because some people just, oh, I forgot, what was that? Then you can repeat again.
So I think the 2 most important things are to be honest and unique to yourself. Do not go on the internet and copy and paste an essay because they will know. they want to see you for you. So I think that's one of the most important things. You have to be honest, you have to be unique to yourself.
Yeah.
And then another thing, like you were saying, research. You want to show that you know what you're getting yourself into. You put in the time to see, you know, what I'm getting myself into, why I want to do this, what is Korean society, how is it? You know, how is the culture? I will be able to adapt because they really do not want someone that's gonna drop out. So it's really important to them to see that this person knows what they're getting themselves into and they're not gonna drop out midway through the program. So I think they're the two most important things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I quoted again, like one more thing is to be focused.
Yeah. You really wanna not ramble, not talk about irrelevant things, you know? Show all of your strong suits, anything you think you've done that you're proud of in your life, but also remember that it has to relate to your program as your degree and career. But if you just say, oh, I played the clarinet in the 7th grade and won the clarinet competition, or in the 12th grade I won a clarinet competition.
While you're applying nuclear power.
Yeah, it's not related. It doesn't help. It doesn't show that you're gonna adapt to the culture. It doesn't show that you're good at language, and it doesn't show that you're, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with your program. Unless you're music, of course.
Yes.
Then that would be the perfect thing to put into your essay. So you
nice.
Yeah,
it was really nice. So this is the most important thing that I'm really waiting for. So the last question, perhaps. Do you have any general advice for future applicants in order to increase their chance in getting the scholarship?
I think it depends on where you are in life right now. If you're watching this right now and you're still in high school, definitely, you know, work to get, you know, high grades, stay focused. If you could get any experience with the Korean language, you know, make Korean friends, maybe study abroad in Korea if it's possible. I think that'll all help, you know, you towards being a good candidate. Also, you know, the biggest thing is, and if you're older, like if you have already graduated and now you're applying, I think research is the most important thing you can do at that point. Make sure you are knowledgeable and you can show the readers of your application that you're knowledgeable and that you're serious. They really care that you have a passion for your program and you have a passion for what you're doing. Motivated. You have to show that you're motivated. So I think for younger people, work on, you know, just get in the background for the future, and people that are currently applying, that can apply now, do your research. Make sure you show that you're a good candidate.
Nice. So that was with Brandi. Anything else you wanted to say? Maybe for your friends from Bahamas?
Oh yes! If anyone from the Bahamas is watching this, hello! Come join me, apply. I want to see more Bahamians here. I want to see more people from the Caribbean here. I don't see that many people.
How many quota was for this year?
Well, for the Bahamas, one. One person from the Bahamas, that was our quota. But yes, definitely everyone from the Caribbean, please, please, please apply. It's a really good opportunity, really amazing experience. Making so many friends, so many memories.
That's true.
And I think, you know, you can beat it. Do it. Do it.
So Brandi's waiting for you.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, people. So I hope like you will get your luck to be in Korea for next year, because here is really good and fun. Yes, and meeting such people like Brandi is like really jammy, so.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Do it.
Okay. Alright then, thank you so much, Brandi, for coming to my channel. Yeah, I hope you will be coming again and again and again.
I would love to. Tell them to invite me again.
Alright, see you guys and have a nice one.
Okay.
Bye bye.